Hey guys, how's it going, man? So last night I tried something I hadn't done. I tried to nap under the lights, and it was pretty hard for me to see. And I struggled. I struggled with the filming because they don't have like a big light setup till I build the shed. So that obsidian piece I was working on, I did pretty good for at night, but there's some high spots and stuff. So I'm gonna work on just smoothing this surface out. I still have a pretty big kind of hingy thing there. I'm gonna work on that, clean this up, and then I'm gonna try to notch it. Man, I lost my pressure pad. I'm a mess right now. I'm a mess. Okay, so I need a flake here. I'm gonna slightly raise this. Been saving all those chips I've been ripping off the mahogany and the triple flows and stuff so I can make a bunch of arrowheads later as I'm spalling them down. Oh, let me get my other glasses. Dang. Alright, so right here when you turn this sideways you can see it's pretty thin in the middle, and I have this big bump here, so I gotta flake to that side and rip some of that thickness off. Probably gonna rain on me here in a second. We've had rain all like a lot yesterday. Uh-oh. The humidity got to my antler, man. It's not flaking good. It's not grabbing, it's crunching. Gonna have to be really careful. That's the downfall of antler. The humidity really affects it. Feels totally different. So look at that, I got a lot of that bump off. So now there's just a little bit more there. Let me knock that side down and see if we can do the same thing. What are you guys doing? Ooh, man, that's stuff's flying everywhere. Just a second. Glasses went flying, everything went flying. I think some big winds are coming in, guys. Oh man, I can feel the sprinkles. I won't be able to use an umbrella because it'll just blow it everywhere. Yeah, I can even feel that antler soft when I'm grinding it. And this one was inside, but it's just the humidity in the air. A couple of the other ones I left outside and they're a mess. Hopefully that hardened it a little bit. Okay, so yep. So looking at this thing sideways, I got a big bump here, and then I got a bump on the tip. I'm gonna have to be real careful with that. That's it's really pushing it right there to try to get that off, but let's try to rip one here. flake. And let's get one next to that. Tip. Okay, there's that one. My antler's really slipping because it's wet. A little grindage, bud. There we go. It's getting better, guys. I still have a high spot here. Probably end up losing a tiny bit of the tip, just thinning this thing out right here, because I keep losing width every time I build the platform. Pop a good one here. Look at that. Took a big piece of that hump off. You can see it leaving the pieces of the antler on the rock because it's just kind of eating the tip. What was the natives' backup plan when it rained on them and their antler got all soft? Keep it dry in the cave. This was inside and it's still acting stupid. Okay. That antler being left on the piece. Dang it, Davis. It's just shaving the antler. Like a little miniature ring crack there. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and nip that tip off because it's gonna go anyway. There we go. I didn't want that on there. I'm gonna leave that just like that. I'm going to thin this down some more. That tip was way too pointy. Alright, so I got to get a nice flake into here. I got a real crusty spot. see if we can get a big peeler right into that bad spot. And Alan got me this antler. I love it, man. Look at that big old peeler that went right into that bad spot. Like I said, today it's a little soft because of the humidity, but sure is a nice piece. Couple really nice flakes there. One more here maybe. Another good one. That one crunched up a little bit, but see, I got all that high spot off. That's looking really, really good. Probably get a couple more here in the corner. Got a high spot here. Be nice. Are you guys wild? Are you guys wild? Oh yeah, who's tough? Who's tough? Who thinks they're tough? Okay, so I got that one high spot right here. I want to try to get that off. Ooh, doggies. Got it. And this is looking nice now. Looking good. Got one little high spot here. All I'm doing is making that edge just thick enough to be able to handle the pressure of the pressure flaking so it doesn't collapse. That's literally all I'm doing, and raising the edge a tiny bit, but more than that, strengthening it. It's already got the convexity now. Okay, let's get one peeler. Slipping right there. There we go. Look at that. One more. Look at that. It's looking so much. Hi Touchy, what you doing? Can't be right here where I'm flipping this obsidian. Come on, guys. Bro. You messed me all up. Look at what you're doing to my camera. What a beautiful blade, guys. In the light, let's see. Okay, I got one little high spot right there. Even the antler hitting this wet glove is causing problems. Just shaving my antler. Alright, well let's see if we can flake that spot. I'm gonna go just to the side of it. There's a nice one, built a platform for the next one. And there we go. Just like that, that high spot's gone. So far far perfect convexity on this one, man. I got some crunchy area down here I gotta work on from the base and from the side, but overall, man, she looking good. I would take this one home to mom and dad. Just a kidding. You can see all that glass is wet and it's sticking to the glove and sticking to the piece. Okay, let's grinder. Man, this is nice. This is nice. My goal on some of these little more artsy points is to get kind of that flake over grind look, but obviously not flake over grind, but to have that real consistent, more pattern. But you can obviously tell by the random pattern that it was flaked the traditional way, but I want it to be smooth like a flake over grind, let's say that. There's a peeler, big old peeler right into there. Very nice. That did come off. Okay, then we'll try to get one next to it. This is a slippery bastard today, man. I haven't struggled like this before. Part of the learning process. Moisture affects flint knapping. The traditional tools, anyway. Okay, I'm looking for a big old peeler here. I'm gonna put some inward pressure in this one. No, it went good. Sounded crunchy, but it did go good. I got that nasty spot off. Man, I'm struggling with this wet antler today, guys. With the pressure flaking style I do. There we go. It's looking pretty good. Alright, let me get a couple into that. Man, this antler's dulling quick. Just peeling the antler off because it's wet. Yeah, this is crunchy down here on the bottom. There we go. That cleaned that up quite a bit. get the corners really thin so I can do the corner notch. Alright, let's fix this tip a little bit. I don't want it to be too sharp yet and risk breaking it off, but I want to at least get that blunt end off before my antler gets fully soaked here. Okay, it's a little bit zigzaggy there, but I'll be able to fix it. A little bit of a bump down here. Damn it. Just not grabbing, guys. It's slippery, slippery, slippery today. Got one little bump out there, and that's right there. Did I get it? Yep, sure did. I'm not going to mess with that tip anymore until that dries out. I'm going to end up breaking it. See if I can get one here. Alright, we need one good peeler here, guys. Look at that. Cleaned all that up. There's another one. Two really tiny flakes. That one, the edge cracked over me a little bit. It collapsed. Wow, that really cleaned that section up nice. Let's get one more big one. Man, look at that antler just peeling. See if getting into some new meat there will help. That helped. Still got that little high spot hinge. Maybe I can get it from the angle here. But other than that, man, that whole side is cleaned up. This is looking really good. Grinding that didn't even help. It's just as soft, if not softer. I was putting some real pressure, but I got that high spot off. There's another one. Gonna need one here. Again, I'll do the final sharpening later. Right now I'm getting the convexity of the point, so I don't care if I grind the edges. Look out, buddy boy, look out. That's another peeler. There's one down here. That's another peeler. Very nice. Look at that. And that's coming out nice. Super nice flaking pattern. I'm real happy with that. I got one bump there. So I'll work on that later. And how do I deal with this little weird funky thing down here? You see what time it is because I'm on lunch. Okay. Got about 15 minutes. Okay, what I'm going to try to do here is get a better working edge on this back. So I'm willing to lose a tiny bit of the length to get it more consistent. More like a consistent platform instead of all ziggy-zaggy. Let's throw a little grinder and see how we did. Not too bad. Do I have a shot of going into that yet? Might. Man, it's slippery. Just not grabbing. The longer I do this, the softer this antler tip gets. I might have to wait till it dries out. So I'll peel it into the base. There we go. Shot a super nice flake up into that mess. Another super nice flake. It's coming, guys. It's coming. And that's sweet. I almost got all the problem areas out. Woohoo! See if I can send a clean up flake into that kind of bad wavy area right there. Just make it a little smoother. Yep, sure did. Look at that big old giant flake went to there. One more here. Doggies, look at those peelers, man. That was a super nice thinning flake. I'm gonna need one up here, but I gotta work the platform first. Man, this is turning out to be something else. Complaining the whole time of the wet antler, but just being patient, it's coming along. Another good peeler. Super nice. The thicker base eats the thinner edges. I can shoot through with his antler, but the thicker base kind of chews it up. You can see all that horn powder being left on the point. Look at that sucker, man. Wish me luck. This is a scary part right here. There we go. I think I got it. Just a little distracting on all those sirens. Let's see how that did. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Very nice. Very nice. Doggies, look at that. I might let this dry out, or even cheat and use copper just on the tip to get that tip right. But for direct antler percussion and then for antler flaking, I mean, this is probably one of the better patterns I've left on a piece of obsidian, man. This is beautiful. Super happy with this one. Now I can just clean up this bottom. This is the part that's chewing the antler up. Just a couple more flakes, guys, and then I'm going to get into the pressure flaking, or the notches probably tonight. It's eating the antler. That was the thinner chicken dinner I was looking for right there. Yep, I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna end up breaking it. It's just too inconsistent. It's a good lesson. I've done that before where I've gotten the antlers wet and it's done that to me. Let's do one little baby flake right here. Tips pressing into the pad. No, I'm gonna wait. It's too beautiful a point. Look at that. Man, that's so nice. Once this is dried out, I'll be able to shoot a couple up in the base, then the base just a little bit more, and then I'll be able to corner notch that bad boy, and this is going to be a monster.